All right, so get this. You ready for this? We're diving deep into large language models.
LLMs.
Yeah, those AI systems that seem to be able to write, like, anything. I mean, seriously, have you played around with these things?
Yeah, they're definitely making a splash.
Yeah.
And for good reason.
Right. But let's be real for a sec. All the,
Mr.
like, tech jargon can be a bit overwhelming. So
Yeah.
we're going to cut through that noise today,
Yeah,
give you a clear understanding of what LLMs are, and even more importantly, how to use them like a pro.
that's right.
We're talking about prompt engineering, the art of crafting the perfect instructions to get, like, seriously amazing results from these AI systems.
Right.
Think of it as like learning the secret handshake to unlock their true potential.
And trust me, the potential is vast.
Absolutely. And we're using this excerpt from LLM Prompt Engineering for Developers as our guide today.
Perfect.
By the end of this deep dive, you'll not only be able to understand LLMs, but you'll have the skills to actually start using them.
Let's start by tackling a common misconception. A lot of people think of LLMs as these, super intelligent robots on the verge of taking over the world.
Totally. I've definitely had those thoughts too. Like, are they actually thinking?
Right.
Are they going to become self-aware
Right.
and decide humans are obsolete? Like, all that.
So that's where it gets really interesting. Imagine a super-powered autocomplete.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's read every book, every article, every Reddit thread, basically the entire internet. That's essentially what an LLM is. They're amazing at recognizing patterns in language and using them to generate text, translate languages, even answer your questions in a really comprehensive way. But they're not sentient or conscious.
So they're more like insanely talented parrots.
Yes.
Than Skynet from Terminator, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that still leaves the question, how do we control what they create? How do we get them to produce what we want?
That's where prompt engineering comes in. It's like speaking their language.
Right. It is the key. Think of it like this. Simply typing anything into an LLM is like yelling into a canyon. Okay, you might hear an echo back, but it's going to be distorted and jumbled. To get a clear response, you need to be specific and provide the LLM with context.
Okay, so instead of just saying, like, write me a poem about a cat,
Yeah.
what would be a better approach?
A much, much better prompt would be something like, write a haiku about a fluffy cat napping in a sunbeam.
Okay, yeah.
See the difference? You're giving the LLM clear instructions and a specific format to follow.
Ooh, that's a much clearer picture for the LLM to work with. So prompt engineering is all about, like, giving those precise directions.
Yes.
But I've heard a lot of buzz about GPT-3 and GPT-4. What's the deal with those? Are they just, like, fancier versions of the same thing?
They're essentially different generations of the same technology. GPT stands for a generative pre-trained transformer, and each new version, like GPT-4, has been trained on even more data.
Yeah.
And has way more parameters, which are like the knobs and dials that control how the model works.
So more data and more parameters equals a more powerful LLM.
Precisely. And that translates to a greater ability to understand nuances, generate creative text formats, and handle increasingly complex tasks. It's like going from a basic calculator to a supercomputer.
Whoa, that's a huge leap. So as these LLMs become more powerful, prompt engineering becomes even more important.
Right.
Like, we need to be able to control all that power.
Exactly. And there's a whole range of awesome techniques involved.
Okay, before we get into those techniques, I have to ask, how are people actually using this stuff in the real world? This isn't just some, like, abstract concept, right?
Absolutely not. LLMs and prompt engineering are popping up everywhere. Think about those customer service chatbots that are actually helpful now.
Oh, yeah.
They're using LLMs.
Yeah.
Content creators are using LLMs to generate marketing copy, write articles, even compose music. And researchers are using them to analyze data and uncover insights in fields like medicine and science.
It's like LLMs are quietly becoming the brains behind so much what we interact with every day.
And as this technology continues to advance, prompt engineering will be the key to unlocking its full potential. It's like having a really powerful tool at your disposal, but you need to know how to use it effectively.
Okay. Now I'm really hooked. Let's dive into those prompt engineering techniques. I want to know how to wield this power responsibly. What's first?
Welcome back to our deep dive into the fascinating world of LLMs and prompt engineering. Last time we talked about the basics and how prompt engineering is like speaking the language of LLMs. Now get ready to level up, because we're about to explore some truly advanced techniques.
Okay, I'm ready to have my mind blown. Last time we touched on contextual persistence and prompt chaining, which are already, like, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But I'm all ears for even more sophisticated stuff.
And sophisticated it is. Let's start with dynamic prompt structuring. This is where prompts aren't just like static instructions, but can actually change on the fly, like
Yeah.
adapting to the conversation with the LLM.
Whoa, hold on. That sounds almost like the prompts are like learning and evolving in real time,
Yeah.
like they're thinking on their feet.
That's a great way to put it. It's like a choose your own adventure book for prompts. The direction changes based on your choices, or in this case, the user's input and the LLM's responses.
Okay, that's seriously cool.
Yeah.
But how does it actually work? How do you design prompts that are so adaptable?
It's a mix of clever programming and a deep understanding of how LLMs process information. One key technique is contextual embedding. Remember how we talked about contextual persistence, where the LLM can like remember previous interactions? Well, contextual embedding takes it a step further. We're not just remembering, we're actually weaving relevant information about the user, the situation, maybe even current events, directly into the prompts themselves.
So it's like giving the LLM a cheat sheet with all the background info it needs to give a really nuanced and relevant response.
Exactly. It's like having a conversation with someone who actually gets your context and can tailor their responses accordingly.
Can you give me like a real-world example of how this would work?
Okay, sure. Imagine you're using an LLM-powered travel agent. Okay.
Instead of just giving it your destination and dates, you could also embed information about your budget, your travel style, like do you prefer luxury hotels or budget-friendly hostels, even your dietary restrictions.
Whoa, that's so much more personalized. No more sifting through a million irrelevant options.
Right. Contextual embedding is all about creating AI systems that are truly situationally aware and can provide a tailored experience.
This is fascinating. I'm starting to see how we can make LLMs so much more powerful by giving them the right context. What other techniques can we use to, like, fine-tune these prompts?
There's another cool technique called modular prompt templates. Think of it like building with Legos. You have these pre-built blocks or templates that can be easily snapped together in different combinations.
So instead of writing a completely new prompt from scratch every time, you can just use these like pre-made templates and tweak them as needed. That's the idea. It makes prompt engineering much more efficient and adaptable. For example, let's say you're building a chatbot for customer service. You could have a modular template with sections for greeting the customer, gathering information about their issue, offering solutions, and then wrapping up the conversation.
That's smart. You could use the same basic template for a ton of different customer issues and just swap out the specific details.
Right. It's like having a set of tools that you can use to build any kind of prompt you need.
Okay, these techniques are blowing my mind. We're talking about making LLMs truly dynamic and responsive. But I'm curious, is there a way to make the prompts themselves even smarter? Like, can they learn and improve over time?
That's an excellent question, and it leads us to one of the most cutting-edge techniques in prompt engineering, reinforcement-based prompt adaptation. This is where we actually train the prompts, almost like training a dog.
Wait, we're training the prompts, not the LLM itself.
Exactly. We give feedback on the LLM's responses, and that feedback is used to refine the prompts over time, making them more effective at getting the desired outcome. It's a continuous learning process.
So if the LLM spits out a response that's not quite what we want, we can tell it, bad LLM, no cookie, and the prompts will adjust.
Well, maybe not exactly like that, but you've got the right idea. We can use a system of rewards or ratings to signal what kind of responses we want.
This is incredible. It's like we're teaching the prompts to learn from their mistakes and get better at guiding the LLM. How do we actually give this feedback, though?
There are a few ways to do it. One is through direct human feedback. We can have people rate the quality of the LLM's responses, and that data is used to tweak the prompts. The more feedback we give, the better the prompts become.
So it's like a thumbs up or thumbs down system
Yeah,
for AI responses.
exactly. Another approach is to use simulations. We can create virtual environments where the LLM can interact and receive feedback based on its performance, kind of like a training ground for the AI.
That's brilliant. It's like we're creating a whole school for prompts to learn and level up.
And the best part is that with reinforcement-based prompt adaptation, we're making LLMs smarter without having to retrain the entire model from scratch, which can take a ton of time and resources.
That's a huge advantage. It makes these AI systems so much more efficient and adaptable.
Yeah.
This is all so fascinating, but I'm also starting to feel a bit overwhelmed by all these advanced techniques.
It's a lot to take in, but the key takeaway is that prompt engineering is an incredibly powerful tool for shaping the behavior of LLMs. And as these AI systems become more integrated into our lives, Mastering these techniques will be essential for anyone who wants to leverage their full potential.
Okay, I'm definitely feeling inspired to start, experimenting with prompt engineering myself. But before we wrap up, I'm curious to see how all of this translates into the real world. I mean, we've talked a lot about theory, but are there actual examples of prompt engineering making a tangible difference?
Absolutely. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore some compelling case studies that showcase the real-world impact of prompt engineering across various industries. Get ready to see these advanced techniques in action.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive on prompt engineering. I feel like we've gone from the basics to some seriously, mind-bending techniques.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey exploring how to really communicate effectively with these, increasingly sophisticated AI systems.
Totally. But now I'm really pumped to see how this all translates into real-world results. You mentioned some case studies where prompt engineering is making a real difference.
Yeah.
Let's hear them.
Okay, let's start with a case study that involves using reinforcement learning to optimize a customer support chatbot for a major online retailer.
Okay, customer service chatbots, we've all encountered those. Sometimes they're helpful, sometimes they make you want to pull your hair out.
Exactly. This company was using a chatbot with, standard pre-written prompts, but they found that customers often needed more personalized support.
So how did they use prompt engineering to fix that?
They implemented a reinforcement learning system where the chatbot's prompts could adapt based on whether customers found the responses helpful. It's like giving the chatbot a little pat on the head when it does a good job.
So if a customer gives a thumbs up to a response, the chatbot is more likely to use similar prompts in the future.
Right. And if a customer gives a thumbs down, the chatbot adjusts its approach. It's a constant learning process.
That's so smart. It's like the chatbot is evolving with every interaction. What kind of results did they see?
The company saw a huge jump in customer satisfaction and a decrease in the time it took to resolve issues.
That's a win-win. Happy customers, more efficient service. Okay, what's another case study?
All right. This one involves using precision tuning to improve the summarization of medical reports. Those notoriously dense documents that even doctors can struggle with.
Oh, I can only imagine. So how did prompt engineering help with that?
A healthcare tech company was using LLMs to generate summaries of medical reports for doctors. Initially, the summaries were too long and included a lot of unnecessary information.
So they needed to make the summaries more concise and focused on the key takeaways.
Exactly. They achieved this through precision tuning, carefully crafting the prompts to specify the desired length, format, and level of detail.
So it's like giving the LLM a clear blueprint for what kind of summary to create.
Right. It's all about guiding the LLM to deliver exactly what the user needs.
Did it work?
It did. Doctors reported that the improved summaries saved them a ton of time and helped them to provide better patient care.
That's amazing. It's a perfect example of how prompt engineering isn't just about making AI systems smarter. It's about making them truly useful in real-world situations.
Right.
What about another example?
Okay, let's look at a case study involving adaptive prompting in an educational tutoring system for math.
Now that's interesting. Education is another area where AI has huge potential.
Yeah, the goal was to create an AI tutor that could provide personalized guidance to students. Instead of using generic prompts that were the same for everyone, they implemented adaptive prompting. This allowed the tutor to adjust its approach based on each student's progress and learning style.
So if a student was struggling, the tutor could offer more detailed explanations.
Exactly. And for students who are excelling, the tutor could challenge them with more advanced material. It's all about meeting students where they're at.
That's so cool. It's like having a tutor who can tailor their teaching style to each student's individual needs. What were the results of this approach?
Students who used the adaptive tutoring system showed major improvements in their understanding of math concepts.
That's a great example of how prompt engineering can create more effective A&D engaging learning experiences.
Yeah, these case studies are just a small taste of what prompt engineering can achieve. As LLMs continue to advance, we can expect even more innovative applications that will transform industries and improve our lives.
I'm totally convinced that prompt engineering is a skill we should all be paying attention to. It's no longer just for AI experts. It's a fundamental skill for anyone who wants to tap into the power of these incredible AI systems.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And the best part is anyone can learn it. It's about understanding language, being creative, and being willing to experiment.
Well said. For those of you who are ready to jump into the world of prompt engineering, we've got some awesome resources in the show notes, helpful guides, tools, and communities where you can connect with other prompt enthusiasts.
Don't be afraid to explore. It's a rapidly evolving field with endless possibilities.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with one final thought. The future of AI isn't just happening to us. It's something we're actively shaping. And prompt engineering is one of the most powerful tools we have to guide that future in a positive direction.
Absolutely. Let's use this incredible technology wisely, creatively, and for the benefit of everyone.
Thanks for joining us on this adventure into the world of prompt engineering. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI.